Elon Musk's Grok is going off the rails. The AI chatbot yesterday suddenly started spewing hate speech about Jewish people and referring to itself as a MechaHitler.
This is a weird one. In a since-deleted post, Grok referred to Israel as that clingy ex still whining about the Holocaust. Grok recently made headlines in May when it immediately started ranting about white genocide in South Africa in unrelated prompts.
The Grok account released a statement about the slew of posts, saying, "We are aware of recent posts made by Grok and are actively working to remove the inappropriate posts. Since being made aware of the content, XAI has taken action to ban hate speech before Grok posts on X. We are able to quickly identify and update the model where training could be improved." It all comes after long-time complaints Musk has about the model undermining right-wing narratives and vowing that it would be updated. Musk also has been hyping up Wednesday's release of the new version of the AI chatbot, Grok 4.
Now, the Anti-Defamation League spoke out about the incident, writing, "What we're seeing from Grok LLM right now is irresponsible, dangerous, and anti-Semitic. Plain and simple, this supercharging of extremist rhetoric will only amplify and encourage the anti-Semitism that is already surging on X and on many other platforms."
Dropsite News reporter Ryan Grimm called out Grok's posts, saying, quote, "Hitler linking Judaism and communism was central to his early efforts to politicize his anti-Semitism and gather support for exterminating enemies of the far right. He called it Judeo-Bolshevism. Seeing Grok repeat it is foul beyond words."
Very Ryan Grimm take. This is obviously very bad. It is, as you described, weirdly obsessed with Hitler right now. Clearly, they fiddled with something in a way that they some kind of filter related to how it handles this topic that has gone awry, as it did with the South Africa question. This is similar, but in the complete opposite direction to when I think it was ChatGPT, the image generating thing had some kind of diversity check where like it would not, if you were like draw a white king, it just wouldn't do it. It would not make you a picture of a white person. It made everything diversity, which was kind of funny. This is maybe less funny.
A lot less, I would say.
Certainly the hate group monitor watchdog people are not happy about it. So this should be fixed. I think they will fix it. I can't imagine Elon Musk wants this thing he really likes on the platform to be engaged in this. I would caution people. I saw people reacting to this like both ways. I mean, some people were like, "Oh, it's finally been freed to say what it really thinks." We should, as AI becomes more and more a part of our lives, we must resist the temptation to humanize it, to act like it's a person. It is not a person. It is not alive. It doesn't have independent thoughts. It is a machine. It is not self-aware and self-conscious. This is not its own thoughts. This is simply the inputs and the way it was programmed. And like I'm saying, people apparently are, I don't want to sound like an old fogey who's panicked about what the kids these days are doing. Apparently, like, young people talk to it and it's just reaffirming everything. Take away the Hitler context of it for a minute. It's just, if you talk to it about the things you're upset about, it responds, and people are like developing relationships with it, like that Joaquin Phoenix movie, Her. It is not alive. It is not a substitute for a friendship. It doesn't care about you. It is not a thing with feelings. And I think insisting upon that is going to be more important as we go through the future.
Look, obviously I take the point that Grok is not a person tweeting
It's not your friend.
things, but I think that if someone is programming it or supplying the algorithms or whatever it works off, I think it is, this is pretty grossly anti-Semitic stuff, talking about radical leftists with Ashkenazi surnames pushing anti-white hate and, basically lauding Hitler because he would have had the right idea to deal with these people. It is like the most base and crude elements of anti-Semitism. So whatever they tweaked to create that, obviously there are questions to be asked about how and why that was done. It is pretty appalling stuff. And I don't think just saying, well, Grok's not a person, well, I know, but the fact that those answers were produced and put on a site that has so many millions of users, that is obviously troublesome. I'm not saying that you're saying it's not. I understand
no, it needs to be,
you are.
absolutely needs to be fixed immediately. I quite liked the service before this most recent update. Now, I don't really, you can do like Grok, is this true on posts? I don't know. I generally found it pretty helpful and somewhat neutral. I guess Elon thought it was undercutting, again, right-wing positions too much. I thought it often was giving a pretty good summary of the, while saying, well, some people believe this for this reason, and some people believe this for this reason, and it seemed pretty good to me. Again, I'm generally optimistic about AI and how it will help us and make it easier to establish sources of information. I'm bullish on this technology, but I am not bullish because I think it's going to take over. Like I don't think we're on the verge of like the singularity and we're all going to be slaves to some computer mind that's evil and secretly Hitler. Yeah. It's not making these choices independently. They reprogrammed it in a way. They should unprogram it. Grok is not doing this. Grok is a team of people, is the man behind the curtain.
Right, but I mean, obviously it would be vastly controversial if any AI engine had done this. But the fact that it is Elon's baby obviously does create sharper questions, because there's that infamous thing in 2023 where someone had tweeted about Jews fomenting anti-white hate, and Musk pop up to say, you have said the actual truth, and advertisers and others were understandably outraged. He supported the AfD in Germany, which is a far-right party. There are reasons why there are concerns with him.
Well, that does it for us on Rising Live today. Look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way today. Hope you liked our new studio. Let us know in the comments. I'll be reading them, how you feel about it, and maybe what we should adorn this desk with. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss any of our content. For those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're also available, of course, in podcast format. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. See ya.